Hi, everybody. I am back. This is the Once Upon a Book Club May 2025 box. I know that it's August, but as I told y'all when I recorded the last one, I'm a couple of months behind and I'm just trying to catch up and read as fast as humanly possible. Read as fast as possible for me. I'm actually a slow reader, and I get distracted easily with so much going on. I have a blog review site that I'm trying to keep up with. That takes time. Had my nephews and my niece over for a little while. That took up time. Just and then work itself. As you guys know, this is not my regular 9 to 5 job. That's why I don't invest too much in this. And I invest in what pays the bills. And this is a hobby for me. I don't plan on making this a career. So, with that being said, this is May. I have June coming up, hopefully within the next 2 weeks. And I have the June book next to me, and I will show you guys the June book with that. So let's discuss what the May book was. So the May book was Rules to Ruin by Mimi Matthews. All right, Rules to Ruin by Mimi Matthews. As always, with any book club book, you have the personalized bookmark with a quote on it. You spend too much time looking backward. It's the future that should concern you. Then you have a little pamphlet that comes with your book that has an interview with the author, any discussion questions you can come up with and talk to other people in the Facebook group about. And this one has some historical information on the back about real blue stocking women. So these were wealthy women who did not let society tell them that they should not read and write well. They took that very seriously and informed themselves about things that were going on. So let's get to the gifts first. Oh, I forgot. Also, you get the sticker to add to either your wall hanging or your bottle. Hopefully this will stick on. A couple of them that I got have not been sticking on. They've been slowly peeling away. The old ones stick on just fine. I think they did something different to the newer ones because the newer ones aren't sticking on that well. And I don't put my water bottle into the washing machine, the dishwasher, simply because I know these stickers on here and they could get taken off because I'm a Lego person. When I wash my Legos, I never put the ones with stickers on it into the water because I'm always worried that the sticker's going to peel off. So I don't wash that bottle in the dishwasher because of the stickers. So I know it's not me that's doing it. I think they changed the formula of the stickiness on the back of it, and therefore they're changing. The old ones stick just fine. The new ones not so much. You also get the signed name card from the author, Mimi Matthews. And then you get a letter from Mimi herself. And then the quote on front of the letter. So the first gift comes on page 25. So you get your first gift pretty quickly for page 25 gift. And that is the 100 envelope saving challenge. Now what happens is the main character is in a office of the man that she's trying to extort, and she's going through his desk drawer. She finds his checkbook, and that's when you get the gift, and that is a 100 envelope saving challenge. So this one is different and unique. One thing is that it has a little book on the button in front, the snap-on button. So you undo that, and then it also has a pocket here, so you can put things into. Sorry, I just realized I dropped the pen that comes in it. So got it. So this is something you can stick things into, and then on the inside it has a slot for credit cards, any cash that you want to put in here. And then you have the 100 envelope saving challenge. So what this is that if you flip through, you'll see like numbers on here. Let me get into this. So you'll have like 18, 17, 19, and then 20. You put that amount of money in every single one of these envelopes when you have it. So this one was a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. Now, if you put money in here the way that it says on here, if you fill up every single envelope, you will have $5,050. I've done the math. That is true. I did the summation math. And the last one is 97, 98, 99, 100. And as you can see, I already started putting some money here. I have the $1 in here, and I have the $20 slot filled, and I started on 7/18. So you can either give yourself a finish date, or you can I'm just going to let it happen when it happens, because I really don't keep cash on me like that. So I had to be mindful when I go to certain places. Like if I go to the grocery store, I'll say like, oh, let me get like $8 out. Let me get like $20 out and put it in here. I thought this was actually a really cool idea, because some people have a hard time saving money. Whether it can be you keep having things that pop up. My sister Nicole has an issue. Every single time she saves some money, one of her kids end up hurt. My nephew had a hairline fracture in his wrist. You know, it's like as soon as you come up and save money, something happens. And me, my issue is that having money just sent to my bank account, because I have a couple savings accounts, especially the one that's attached to my checkings account, it's too easy to move money around. So by having physical money that's out in someplace safe, it actually makes you, more aware of what you're doing. The same way they say when you're trying to save money, you should start spending cash. You should get money out of the bank and say that this is all the cash I'm going to spend on anything extra. Once that money's gone, it's gone. Because once you see it physically leaving your hand, it alters the way you spend the money. And they've done studies and shown that when you use a card, you spend 20% more. That's why a lot of places are only allowing you to use cards now, because of that fact. They know you're going to spend more if you use a card. So by having physical money in your hand and something tangible, this is actually a really good idea. Now, find something close to this, but not an exact match. I found one that had 3 different savings plans in it. So I think it was like a 30-day one and a 10-day one. And I thought that was a good idea to get people started. Sometimes when you hear 100, it seems a lot. It seems like really cumbersome to do that. So I found one with challenges broken down, and that'll be linked below. And that came on page 25. So let me put that away. And the box was nice too. I will give them that. The box was actually really, really, really nice. So I do plan on using this box again, and I have to remember to put the pin back. All right, so the next gift came on page 37. So this right here. Cute little coin purse with the gates of the orphanage on the front. And that gift was a pair of dragonfly hairpins. The main character, Effie, was trained to use these hairpins to pick locks. I would not suggest you do that with these pins. These pins are not hard enough. You really need metal to unpick a lock. I'm sorry, I thought I had silenced my chimes, and I did not. But I'm not going to start this again. So you have these beautiful dragonfly pins to put into your hair. And will I use these for my hair? Yes, when it is out. But they are sturdy enough for hair, even hair like mine that's very curly, very thick. But they are not strong enough to pick a lock. So I don't want to hear anybody talk about they tried to pick a lock with this and it didn't work. These weren't made to pick locks. Please don't pick your locks. All right. Unless they're curly locks. All right. So the next gift came on page 116. I see it in front of me, and yet my brain is not reading the numbers. And this is the issue that I had when I'm reading. It's 116. And that is honey hand cream. It's honey and black currant hand cream. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. It's CURRANT. So honey and black currant hand cream. I didn't know what black currant was, so I had to actually look it up. It's a fruit. And the quote in the book says, catching the soft fragrance of her perfume in some maddening decoction, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, of honey and black currants, his heart gave a heavy double thump. And I think this is when the two main characters were on the balcony. He was trying to save her when she was horribly afraid of heights and stuck on a balcony. So this is what the packaging looked like. Beautiful hand cream. It matches what's on the box display. And it's actually very thick. I put it on before I did this simply because I realized I did not put lotion on my elbows and I was about to do this and I hurried up and put this on. So it's quick absorbent and it smells really, really good. Now here's the catch. I could find honey hand lotion. I could find black currant hand lotion. I could not find both. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have both listed below. And so that way, if you want to mix them together and hopefully you get the right scent, you have it. But with that being said, I actually like the smell. It's quick drying. It's actually nourishing. That's why I put it on my elbows before I did this. But that is your gift for page 116. So your final gift, which is on page 249. That's the box. It's Miss Compton's hand fan. So after witnessing a horrible, tragic, scary accident, the main character goes to visit Miss Compton. And Miss Compton, whenever she talks about it, she starts to fan herself to calm her nerves and calm herself down. Like church ladies do. You know, when you get a little worked up, you got to fan yourself. So she did that to calm her nerves. Now, the accident they saw, the writer got it from a real historical reference, was a wire walker who fell. And you pretty much know how it's going to end for him, sadly. But it unfortunately happens. I heard people in the circus say when you work with wire workers, the first thing they learn is how to fall. I don't care how good you are at a certain height, all the training in the world ain't gonna help you. It is what it is. I'm trying to take this off properly, but this tape is for real. Okay, there we go. So that is it is a painted hand fan. Hopefully I can extend it out enough. But yeah, but that seems to be as far as it can go. Oh, I was doing it the wrong way. So there is a right way to do this. So if you're saying that yours don't open up the right way, that's because you're not opening it the right way. So when I did it this way, it barely opened. When I do it this way, it opens just fine. I'm not a popper. Some of y'all can just pop it. I've heard it takes practice to learn how to pop. My grandma could do it. I can't do it, but it takes practice. But it's a painted hand fan. It's painted on both sides. And it has like flowers, little roses on it. And woo, there we go. Hey, low tech, high function. But I heard that fanning yourself actually makes you hotter because of the energy that you use to fan yourself. It makes you hotter. But right now I'm feeling pretty cool. So that is the painted hand fan. I'll have one listed below. I can tell you right now, I'm probably not going to be able to find this design. And this actually feels like wood. So let me see. It's written painted hand fan. So it doesn't tell me what material this is, but it feels like very thin wood or high quality paper. Either or. I'm not quite sure. But with that, I will try to find something as close as possible to this. So so you can guys have that feeling. I'm going to try to find one with the little holes in it because these are little holes. And what that does is it helps with wind resistance. Because if it's solid, it's going to be harder to move through the air. Because it has holes in it, the air moves through it, and that way it's easier for you to fan. I'm actually loving this right now. Oh man, I'm old. This right here is pure joy. This is what lets me know it's okay to be old. Just be old. Okay, I'm about to be 44 real soon. Just be old. I'm loving it so far. 44, 43 has been a really great year. 44 is going to be amazing. I'm telling you right now. It is going to be lit on 44. So, now with that being said, let's talk about the book. The book Rules for Ruin by Mimi Matthews is about a woman named Effie Flight. And Effie stands for euphemia. And what happened is that she was kicked out of this orphanage for girls and sent to live in France to be finished and take care of a wealthy woman. Being finished is you learn about all the social graces, sit, walking, talking, what you can and cannot say. Like women didn't discuss bathroom bodily functions even to other women. So what happens is that she's asked to come back after she's finished in France. And the owner comes to her, the person who's guided her throughout her life, and says, hey, I finally need you to do what you're supposed to do. Now, what looks like an orphanage to help young women is actually a school to teach women how to be weapons within society. What they do is they teach women self-defense, how to pick locks, how to move along the high and mighty in the world, and collect information to bring people who are stopping women's progression to ruin. Now, what happened is the Women's Marriage Act is about to come up. I believe I've said that right. I probably got that wrong. So what would happen is that back then, when a woman got married, if she got any property, it was the Married Women's Property Act. So what happened is that if a woman got married, all her property that she inherited from her family would go directly to her husband. It was considered that her husband knew how to handle her property better than her. Point blank, period. The problem with this is that a lot of women were swindled out of their property because of this Marriage Act. Either a male in their family would give them documentation, say, hey, you're going to marry this guy, just sign this documentation because it's going to go to him anyway. Just give it to him now, and that way you'll go into this marriage properly, being a proper woman. So a lot of women either signed that before they got married because another male in their family told them to, because they did not understand law and they did not understand contracts. They immediately signed it over. The man took the property, sold it, never married them. They may have given their brother a little bit of money for helping them take over that property and then leave. Or they did go through with the marriage. As soon as they got married, they sold the property, dumped the woman, kept the money. So a lot of women got swindled in this property act, sadly. So a lot of suffragettes in London were trying to change the law. It says that, hey, even if I'm married, it is still going to be my property. It should be my choice on my own. I should be able to keep control over my own property. And a lot of men in parliament were fighting back on this. So her Effie's boss was like, hey, I need you to go to this man, Lord Compton, the Viscount, and I need you to get up dirt on him to ruin him, so that way we can blackmail him to vote in favor of us keeping our own property, or you ruin him to the point where he loses his seat, and then we can get somebody in that position who we know will vote for us and do what's best for us. So she enters society. She's just a ward of someone in high society who is there to meet someone and find a wealthy husband to continue on with her wealth. They make up this whole backstory for her, and they take her to all these introductions to meet people. And then one of them is at Lord Compton's home. So she sneaks into his office where she finds the checkbook, and she starts going through his things. And as she's picking the lock, there's a man who's in a chair in a corner saying, I've never seen a lady like you do that. And so she's freaked out, like, oh my gosh. But she keeps her composure. She keeps her composure. And this guy is named Gabriel Royce. Gabriel Royce is pretty much the leader of the poorer section of town. However, he is highly intelligent. And he figures out a way to use that to his benefit because he runs the gambling rings. And he knows which one of these high society men owes him money. So he's like, hey, invite me to parties. And the reason why he wants this position to have all this dirt on his men is because the people in his area, in the poorer side of town, are slowly being pushed out. And he was like, look, we have half the space that we used to. Since we're all cramped together, we're getting sick. People are turning to drinking to cope. And we need to make sure they don't keep pushing us out and pushing us out and pushing us out. So the way that he does it is by entering high society and pretty much blackmailing people. Like, hey, if you don't vote for my town to keep my town prosperous or existing, you're going to vote my way. Or if not, I'm going to expose everyone about all your underhanded dealings that I know about. And one person he has under his thumb is Lord Compton. So when he sees Euphemia or Effie going through this man's office, number one, she's not acting like a proper high society lady by doing this and picking locks and doing all this stuff. She is acting like something different. When he gets close enough to her, he starts to challenge her, like, don't do this. Go back. He realized that, number one, he sees her pins in her hair and realized that they're not made of diamonds like most high society women. Those are made of glass. So he knows that there's something different about her, but he can't quite pick it up because she speaks the right way. She walks the right way. She says hello and thank you and knows how to curtsy and all this other stuff. She feels like a finished woman. So he can't quite pick it up, but he knows there's something different about her. Later on, he figures out what she's going to do. And he says, you can't do this. Because if he's not in parliament, then I can't keep blackmailing him to save my town. And her feeling is, hey, if I don't stop him, I can't help other women. And that was my mission. Now, the reason why she's so dead set on getting this done is because her boss is promising to give her enough money for her to live a life on her own, which is all she's ever wanted. However, she has no right to anything that she owns herself simply because she's under the tutelage of her boss. Her boss owns all her clothes, her place to live, has her introductions to society. She has everything on her. So her only way to escape is to blackmail the Viscount, Lord Compton. So she's like, I have to finish this mission. Because if I finish this mission, I'm going to have enough money so I could just be on my own and not be beholden to any man and just keep going. He's like, hey, I'm trying to save my neighborhood. So they're two sides of the same coin. They're both doing something for good, but it's in direct conflict of each other. And in the process of this, she likes the fact that he's, this underhanded dude doing good in some way. And you kind of fall for the bad guy going good. And he likes the fact that she's pretty much a sneaky woman who's smart and funny but looks like she's has all the social graces. So he's intrigued by her. And so they start to fall for each other. And you're trying to figure out who's going to win this. So all in all, I actually give this book an A. It was actually a really good read. It was, this person did their research. I had to actually look up things in here when she described when she said the name of the wire that was underneath the skirt, because it was a form of their weaponry, because you can hide things under that skirt and attach things to it. I never thought about that. If you had this huge wire skirt on, you can take something underneath and just tie it to it. So she would tie things to that, like a book. Or if she needed more different lockpicks, she would tie that underneath her dress. She used her hairpins. She would even use her smile. She would use her wit. and her skirt, the wire skirt, kept people at a distance. So if people tried to approach her, they would usually stop at her skirt and keep them arm's distance away from her to keep her safe. I never thought about that. She used the, like I said, the wire workers walk, the wire walkers fall was in here, and that was a real thing that happened. The Married Women's Property Act was a real thing that had to be fought. So she used real current events, real places, real things as research for this book, and she did amazing research. I respect great research where I can look things up and see that they were real. So the book was highly entertaining. I loved all the gifts. As you saw, I'm using the envelopes now. I used the hand cream this morning. The hairpins, I'm definitely going to use those. 2 days ago, my hair was straight, but I washed it because I had to mow the lawn. So it was dope. After I sweat with my hair, it's no point. The straight is gone. I just need to live with it. However, I love the pins. I think they're gorgeous. And of course, my fan. Baby, I'm not giving up the fan. It's gonna be daily now. It's still hot outside. This is gonna be daily. Okay, and yeah, this is gonna have to be it. So you got the rules to ruin, the fan. Y'all know I try to do this every single time. The hand cream, the pins, and now I'm regretting putting this back into the box because, like a dingbat, I put this back into the box. I wasn't thinking. It is not my day, y'all. I'm trying. I'm really trying. All right, I got it. So, come on, be nice. All right, so you have the 100 envelope savings, the book, the hand fan, the hairpins, and the lotion. And of course, you get the bookmark, the sticker, and the note from the author. So that's everything that you got with the May 2025 Once Upon a Book Club box. Did you get the box? Did you enjoy the book? Did you enjoy the gifts? If you didn't get it, is this a box that you would consider getting because you thought it was pretty cool? Let me know. Let me know what you guys think of the gifts. Are these gifts you would actually use and find helpful, or will this get stuck in a drawer someplace? I'm telling you right this now, this fan is going to be hitting for the rest of this summer season. So that was it. Now I told you guys I'm gonna show you the June book because July still has not been sent. They're usually a month behind. It's the beginning of August, so July should be coming very soon. It is the Busybody Book Club by Freya Sampson. You know, I'm gonna link down this book below so that you guys can start reading this if you want to. Before I get to it, I believe this one has 4 gifts in it. The first gift comes on page 15, so you get your first gift pretty early. I like that. I like getting the first gift before the first 100 pages. So the thing up here says murder is their pick of the month. So I'm guessing someone gets murdered. I don't know. I haven't even read the back cover for this one, but this is the June 2025 book. So I got to get this cracking. I got to start this ASAP. As soon as I cut this off, I'm going to work. But then, because I'm 9 minutes behind. But after that, I will start reading this book. All right, guys. So with that said, in life there's black and white, but with me, you get at least one shade of gray. Like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, guys.